Hello everyone, today we are reviewing, the iPad Pro, the new iPad Pro with the M4 chip. I just got the iPad yesterday, had everything set up and transferred all of my data from the iCloud. It is finished today. It took me forever to finish all of the setup and the uploads and everything. Oh my god, this is so awkward. I have the window opened and behind me one of my neighbors, I think, is just walking by and they're talking, and I hope that you can't hear it because it's really awkward. I should have closed the window, but I guess it's too late and I'm not gonna re-record the video, so we're gonna roll with the punches. So as you can see, nothing much is different, it's the same. To be honest, I was really kind of deciding on getting the 11-inch, but last minute I decided to go with the 13-inch. I had the M1 iPad Pro, the 12.9, and I got used to that form factor, the size of the screen, because when you use it for studying and when you use it for multimedia, so when I use it for Netflix whenever I'm eating, or whenever you're at the dinner table and you just have your iPad in front of you just watching whatever, I really got used to the size of the screen. So when I got the 11-inch, when I held the 11-inch in the Apple Store, I was kind of surprised by the difference in the size and the form factor. This one looks like a piece of paper, the A4 piece of paper, and the 11-inch is a little bit narrower and wider. So the form factor and the shape of the iPad, the 11-inch, makes it a little bit better for movies maybe, but this one has more screen, so I'm going to use this one. So we're going to start with Honkai Star Rails. I have the controller hooked or connected to the iPad so that I don't have my fingers running around, and I'm so sorry, I just realized that the iPad might be a little bit smudgy and I have not cleaned it yet. Let's start with my main account, I guess. Is this my main email? I'm not sure. We're gonna go with the flow now. Let me just do a quick wipe because I have not cleaned it. I don't have a screen protector yet. I ordered mine from Amazon, so it's gonna be delivered today. Can't wait for that because I'm having the hardest time dealing with an iPad, a new iPad, and being very careful not to scratch anything. I think I might be scratching it right now. So let's see. Now we're gonna just switch to a controller. How does one do that? I think it automatically, isn't it supposed to automatically kind of connect? I mean, in Genshin you have to switch it, but here I can't see anything. Is it connected? It is connected. It is connected. Nothing is happening. Strange. I think there has to be something that we need to do from the settings. Resolution. I'm gonna change the resolution and everything now. I just want to make sure that there we go. Screen mode, controller mode, confirm. We have to, and it's gonna reset. Wow. So I haven't been playing Genshin for so long. I haven't been playing games period on the iPad. It's just Star Rails, to be honest, because you can actually do the raid. It's like 6 rotations of the raid for materials, and you just forget about it. I just put it on the phone, go eat, come back, and just press something. This is what I'm talking about. So if you do, for example, after some materials, let's see, if we do, for example, well, let's do this, for example. So if you go here, you can just without even bothering. You move it to 6 attempts, and you just let it do its thing, and you get back to it, and you just hit repeat. Let's go to the settings. It is already 120 frames. We're gonna do the resolution we're gonna switch everything to very high. It is gonna handle it as the previous iPad and the one before it. So even on M1 and I haven't had any M2 kind of experience, so I jumped from M1 to M4 immediately. So even on M1 you can do all of that. It might get a little bit toasty, but aside from that, everything is... Oh, it took it a minute to load everything. Did you notice that? Okay, let's do these. So I'm gonna focus on the games that I personally play, because it took me some time to actually see who is reviewing, or if there are any reviews about games that I personally play, which are Genshin Impact, Star Rails, and Tower Fantasy, basically. Those are the games. Again, I haven't been playing as much, but that's what I really want to see. People reviewing games that I'm actually interested in. So let's just do these really quickly. I just got her. Robin, I think it's Robin. Oh yeah, it's Robin. I just got her, so I'm still kind of figuring out the whole mechanics of the game and this character. I know it is based on follow-up attacks, so I have this team with her, and I've built them properly, but she's not built properly. I'm still getting some materials for her. As you can see, there isn't much lag. One thing that I noticed on the iPad, if you can see here, the volume buttons, they are adjusted, I think, by software, because usually this one, so this is the first and this is the second. The second one is usually the volume down, and this increases the volume. So when you try to press this one, it actually makes the volume go higher, and the upper one makes it go lower. But when you have it on as a portrait mode, vertically, not horizontally, it functions as usual, where the lower one lowers the volume and the upper one increases the volume. But when you have it in landscape mode like this, it switches, it becomes the opposite. So this one, the lower one becomes the right side and increases the volume, and the lower one does the opposite. Because when I was in the Apple Store, I was pressing against this one because I had it on YouTube. I had a YouTube video just playing, and I was pressing here, and the white line was all the way up there, and it kept saying that volume at max. And I was like, no, I'm trying to do the opposite. But apparently it, by software, it kind of adjusts the buttons, and this is something that I noticed here that wasn't present on the previous iPads. The display is fantastic, if you can tell. I mean, I had my iPad with me in the Apple Store. I was a full-blown nerd in the Apple Store. I got so many kind of funny looks because I had my iPad, a 12.9 iPad, right next to this iPad, and I was doing my thing. I had the brightness all the way up. I was doing some notes. I was, I wanted to download Star Rails, but I wasn't allowed to download anything on iPads in the Apple Store. So I just, used whatever applications that I have on my iPad that are shared between the two. And I was going back and forth. I have my Apple Pencil, and it doesn't work here. I have to get the new one, but I wanted to get one that is engraved, and it has to be online. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get an online order for the Apple Pencil, but I'm not using it at the moment, so I'm happy. I did a trade-in. They evaluated my M1 iPad Pro, the 12.9, the 256 gigabytes for £500, and I was happy because the battery it was giving up on me. Basically, the iPad was very, very limiting with when it comes to battery, because it drains really fast. Again, having a big screen that is very bright eats away from the battery. It makes it very, very difficult to use it on full brightness for a longer period of time. So you have to either have the brightness lowered or have it hooked up with kind of a power bank or something. As you can see, that's why I love Star Rails. You basically do nothing when it comes to farming, and you just get your materials and you just, you know, do your thing basically. So what we're gonna do is the graphics are fantastic here. They really are fantastic. Aventurine is my favorite character. I mean, when I saw the mechanics of the character itself and the design of the character, let's not kid ourselves. Look at this. I mean, it's really nice. I had to get him, and I had to get his Eidolon, the card. It's very strange for me. The Eidolons I got... Eidolons are the constellations. Eidolons are the constellation. I have to remind myself. So I have A2, E2, whatever it is, the Eidolons. And I have his light cone as well. So he's really fantastic. I really like this character. Let's see what else. What can we do from this point of view? Let's clear. Let's do a couple of those as well. I'd rather have this one increases the follow-up attack, and this one is for debuffed. Let's do follow-up attacks because my team currently has lots of follow-up kind of attack characters. I'm gonna move around a little bit just to show you how smooth the game runs at max settings at 120 frames. So we're gonna be moving around. I'm gonna evade everyone. I'm not fighting anyone. Oh my fucking god. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I'm having some problems with energy regeneration from Robin, but again, I think it's one of the constellations, or the not the constellations, but one of the talents, or the I think it's one of the talents that you have to unlock once you get into a certain level. So that's what I'm trying to get, because she is not regenerating enough energy, and I think it's locked away behind this, because I was reading the traces for her. I think it's this trace specifically, the bonus ability. When using the skill, it generates extra 5 energy, and that's the thing that I think we need to unlock. But I don't have these because I used all of my attempts this week, so I'm gonna have to wait till Monday. Either way, I'm getting as many of these as possible, so that when Monday comes, I would be ready to kind of upgrade everything and get it to the max level as fast as possible. I have enough of these. I should have done the ultimate though. I'll do that today. So I have enough of these to upgrade maybe this one, and maybe have one of these. I'm focused on attack. It's gonna be a Star Rails review, not an iPad. So let's just keep cracking with the animations. Let's take a look at the details there. Look at the sky. As you can see, it is amazing. To be honest, it is really lovely. Again, I'm gonna try my best not to get caught. It runs smoothly. I love Topaz because with Numbi, he just runs to the treasures that you haven't opened. So he would have a small alert above his head, and it just, he just runs to the chest, and you just open it. You just follow him basically. But I have everything collected here. I'm pretty sure. Let me just check the map. How does one check the map here? Oh, there we go. I have 3 chests left in this area, and I don't know where they are, and I'm not gonna bother today. Let's move to another location just to have some variety in scenery. Let's go to Panconi. Maybe we can go here. Let's go here. I was here literally 5 minutes ago. Jesus Christ. Let's go here. Oh, See, it took it a minute to load because there are lots of things that you... Let's just trigger this. We're not gonna fight. I'm just gonna... Yep, there we go. See? Let's see if we do this. Oh, 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 oh. What the fuck is he doing? Is he gonna attack me? Taunting him. There we go. See? It runs smoothly. Again, I wasn't expecting it to do otherwise. I know it's gonna run very smoothly. The thing is, it's gonna overheat a little bit. Now with the new iPad, the Apple logo itself has some copper in it for better heat dissipation. What I used to do is, when I used to play exclusively on my iPad, that was back in 2020, I would say 2021, when I started playing Genshin and everything, I would have an ice pack, a couple actually, multiple in the freezer, and I would cover them or wrap them in a towel, and I would place them under the iPad, and they would act as kind of a cooler for the iPad itself. But just make sure that you have it wrapped in towel, because I don't want some condensation happening if you live in a very kind of an area where there is a lot of you know, what is it called whenever you have some humidity. Sorry. So when you have humidity and you have something cold, it's gonna condensate, or and you have a hot device that is dropping in temperature, there might be some condensation, so just be aware of that. And now this time around, what I think I might be doing, if I notice some heating issues with the iPad when I'm playing, since the logo itself, so if we flip the iPad, if the logo itself has some copper in it, what I think I might be doing is I'll place a you know, the thermal paste that you use for computer, for PCs. There is the thermal patches, the small blue ones, the ones that you put on the RAM. So I would maybe place a small piece of that thermal paste that is pre-made into a kind of a slab like this, and I put it here, and maybe I would put a kind of a cooler, kind of a frozen cooling pack maybe, and I can notice that it's a little bit warm to touch. It's not really hot, it's warm, but it's getting there. Again, we haven't been playing for long. We're gonna put this back here, and what we're gonna do is the following. So we're gonna, again, graphics are fantastic, and this is something that we expect from an iPad, especially with the M4 at this point. So we're gonna go into Tower Fantasy. Again, I haven't been playing Tower Fantasy as well, even though I have the Battle Pass, because I wanted to get the new character, but apparently the game did not have that in the books for me, so I don't have the new character. But I don't care. I mean, I have my final team, so let me show you. So the game is loading again. I haven't noticed any difference in the loading of the game, so there is no difference in the speed. So it loads the same kind of time. Oh my god, I forgot that I'm playing on a controller. So let's see, let's go into the settings and make sure that we are actually playing at max display. I'm gonna use let's go into manual mode, because it's gonna be a bit easier for me and faster. Ultra HD shading, let's turn it on, 120, that's the max. Now let's go back. Let's click this. There we go. I mean, the graphics here compared to Tower Fantasy, compared to Star Rails, it looks a little bit sharp, and not in a good way, if you know what I mean. It is very kind of pixely sharp and not very kind of blended in together properly or smooth. It's running really smoothly. no lags whatsoever. Again, the device is not hot yet, so it might get a little bit laggy, but playing at 120 frames per second, let me tell you, it's a delight. It is really nice playing at a very fast frame rate because it's so smooth. Even just doing this is really smooth, no lag whatsoever. And again, I am in a forest, so there are lots of things that need to be loaded into the game so that the scenery is busy, I would say. Let's just get these. There we go. So I'm gonna do a fight. Maybe I'm gonna go fight someone so that we can see what happens when you are using the ultimate and having more kind of graphics intensive tasks in the game, and we get stuck. That always happens sometimes. That's what I said. When it comes to graphics, it is really sharp. See, I got stuck here. I can't really move. I can't do much. See, I'm pressing everything. Oh, there we go. So it would be like a few seconds where you can't do much. Oh, there we go. Let's fight them. Let's fight. Oh, they're not actually to be fought. They're friendly. They are our friends. Let's go find someone that we can actually fight. Oh, wait a minute. I can't really pass by and not take these because I'm trying to upgrade the... Oh, there we go. Let me show you the team that I'm rocking at the moment. I have Asaka. I think her name is Asaka. And the Evangelion. I'm gonna say Evangelion. Screw this. And I have those two. Let's find a hefty opponent that we can actually take some time killing and not just one shot, one kill. Oh, there we go. This is something that we haven't fought. I think we might need some pyro. No, I think we're gonna have to activate it from here then. Is it something that what am I supposed to do here? You don't have enough bright crystals. Fantastic. And I don't know what that is, so we're gonna just skip this altogether and just keep going. We can actually use this. Let's use it because I think it takes some graphics kind of... Oh, see? Oh, there we go. It just appeared. It was invisible for like a few seconds. I don't know if that's a lag from the game or from the iPad. I'm not sure, but let's see how it handles this. The shading is being uploaded as we go, and it's getting sharper as you get closer to the objects, as we can see. And you can notice that it is really sharp and I would say nasty sometimes compared to Genshin and Star Rails, but I love the game, so I'm not gonna complain about it because I really enjoy the game. But you know, they can work on the kind of the blending and the details a little bit better. And let's kill this motherfucker if we can actually kill them. Yes, we can. One thing that I really like about Osaka is this. You can do a charge attack and it's gonna help you travel more or faster, but it's gonna use your stamina. So, but I'll do it either way. Last minute you just dash, and that's how you do it. So again, works flawlessly, I would say. Really smooth, no frame drops. I haven't noticed any. And again, it's the game itself, not the iPad, I would say. As you can see here, it's not as sharp. I believe if we get closer to it, it's gonna get a little bit sharper, maybe. No? That's as sharp? I think that's on the developers though. That's not on the iPad. because everything else around is sharp. So I think the developers are a little bit lazy, maybe. So even if you look at the one right there, the detailing in the middle is not as sharp, especially when you get close to it. Maybe on the PC, I'll have to double check on that. But as you can see, it's very pixelated. It looks nasty. It looks like, what is this? Minecraft. It looks like Minecraft for some reason. But the details are fantastic here. Again, you can't expect much from a PC game, a mobile game. I think this is a mobile version of the game, so we can't really be expecting PC performance. But at this point, with an M4 chip that goes into a MacBook Pro, I think we should be. I think we should be asking for more, because this is PC level processor and graphics combined. I got the 256 gigabytes, which means I have 8 gigs of RAM and I have 3 performance cores with 6 efficiency cores. If you get the 1 terabyte, you get an extra performance core, so that rounds up to 4 performance cores and 16 gigabytes of RAM. But I watched a lot of reviews regarding the benchmarks, and there wasn't much of a difference. Again, it's an iPad. Most of the games are optimized to be mobile versions of the game and not a full-blown PC version. So 8 gigs of RAM is going to be more than enough, unless you are uploading and editing 4K HDR videos. Then maybe you can get the 16 gigabytes if you want to. But for me, I'm happy with 256 gigabytes. And I'm happy with the 8 gigs of RAM at the moment. Again, don't forget that this is a USB-C and it's a Thunderbolt 4. So you can get yourself an SSD, get an enclosure that supports the Thunderbolt 4 speeds, and we got stock again. And you can upload all of your photos, your videos, all of the files that you want to kind of move into the... Oh, there we go. Found ourselves a hefty kind of boss that we can... just see. There we go. Let's do one of these. Let's do an ultimate on them. There we go. And I don't think I have tickets to open it anymore. I have one, so let's use it. So yeah, that's Tower Fantasy. We're gonna move on in a minute. Let me just get whatever it is that I can get from here. I'm sorry, I'm gonna use my hands because it's a little bit more efficient. There we go. I'll do this really quickly. Choose whatever. If I can submit something, I'll do that. I'll do this really quickly. This is basically what I do every 2 to 3 days. I'll just do those things, go back, go to the rewards, pass, claim it all. If I have any pulls, I'll do those. I don't. So that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna bother with these. No, actually I am. I'm gonna donate, so I don't wanna get kicked out of the clan or whatever it is, the group. Now we're gonna go into Genshin Impact. I have not played the game in like, what now? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month, not sure. Sometimes when I open my PlayStation, I would maybe open the game really quickly, just take a look at and see what banners are running at the moment, and then just leave. So now we're playing the game on the iPad. Let's see what difference in comparison to the M1 chip does it have. So we're gonna change the settings really quickly and make it that it is a controller. And let's go to graphics. I'm gonna have to switch the controller. I hate this. What's going on? Holy cow, how do I go back? Leave is no. A is back. A is cancel, B is confirm, and we're gonna switch it. Yeah, because that's ridiculous. We're gonna pick up something. We're gonna use X. Yeah, that's correct. Highest. Oh, we're gonna do 120. You know it. Let's go extreme with the motion blur, even though I hate motion blur. I hate motion blur. Metal effects. Let's turn it on. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Let's delete this. I hate it whenever we have mail. That is just bugging me. Let's just remove all of the alerts and the red dots and whatever. Here. Do I have any? No, I don't have enough to do anything. Let's see. Here. Yeah. There isn't. Oh, all of these are new ones. What are these? Is there something that I haven't done yet in this game? They added new things here. Enhance 4-star artifacts. I have hundreds of 5-star. What the fuck? I'm not gonna even bother with this. Let's see. We have... Oh my god. Wander and Baitsu. I only got Baitsu because he's a doctor. And I am a doctor, so I was like, yeah, it's fun to have a character that's a doctor. And you are a doctor in real life, but to be honest, he's mediocre. At best. Ooh. There's this one. How many days? I have 8 days to finish this one, and then this one. I hate the hide and seek. I'm not gonna do that one. What is this one? I think I played some of it, haven't I? Yes. But I forgot what that thing is. Let me just teleport and see. Let's see the details. Oh, actually, the details are way better than Tower Fantasy. Look at the details. See the trees? See, it's not as sharp and kind of nasty. It is really blended in together, and it looks like a portrait, actually. Look at that. Again, I'm not sure how does that translate on camera, but oh, there we go. I'm getting familiar with the button layout because it's been some time since I played the game, especially on an Xbox controller, because I usually use the PlayStation one, or I just use handheld with touch screen. So confirm. Okay, I got it. Even normal, I suck at this game. I'm really bad at this. I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. I used to get my brother to play these games for me because he's a pro when it comes to these. And he plays the expert, the extreme ones, and I barely pass the normal one. Because I really hate being rushed into... Oh my god, it's getting a little bit more difficult now. Okay. So far so good. Actually, we might get the hang of it now. So let's just do this. The music is nice. There we go. Oh. Touche. I told you I suck at this type of challenge, kind of. So, you can see the Sealies dancing around there. I have the green one because of Nahida, I think. Yeah, because I was... And I still have Nahida as my main DPS, to be honest, at this point. I was determined. And there's one thing that actually caused me to stop playing... Oh, what the fuck? Stop playing the game and not be as excited. And that's on me, because I got my favorite characters to their latest constellation, and it felt useless now that you have your team properly built and there isn't much that you can do about it. So what's the point of playing the game if you feel like you've finished all the things that you need to do, especially with your favorite characters? Of course, I missed this one. So I have my Kazuha C6, I have my Nahida C6, I have their... I mean, I don't have the perfect artifacts, I would say, but I have some decent artifacts on them. So it feels kind of... I don't know how to put it in words, but I don't really play the game as much as I used to because of that. And that's on me. I kind of fucked up on that part. But I really wanted to have Nahida at C6. Let's see. I don't have enough to do a pull. Let's do the history, actually. I'm not sure if I... this has to be touched now. Jean. Lost my 50-50 to Jean, but again, I like Jean, so I'm not really mad about it. And I know we're not going to get anything from here, so I'm not going to even bother. Let's see if they've given me something. No, that's half of a present, so that means we're not going to get much. Let's get that one Primogem from here. I'm really disappointed with the new map that they've unlocked. I mean, I'm happy that they actually kind of connected now Mondstadt with Leeway, and they've expanded into Fontaine. But this little shit right here, that's the best that they can come up with in all of this area. All of this, like an ocean. And they only had this right here. That's the best that they can do. So I wasn't really fond of it. I wasn't really happy about the fact that they only had that to come up with for a new update. But again, you know, as you can see, the exploration here is only 33, and I used to be a 100% kind of fanatic. I have to get 100% exploration, so you can see monsters, and that's been for like a year or something, more than a year. Leeway, you bet your ass I have it at 100. But the new expansions here, I mean, I started slouching a little bit because of exams and my work, my job. Back when, Sumeru was released, and I wasn't really very keen on playing Sumeru because I didn't really enjoy it, even though the scenery is beautiful here. And I really lost interest. Well, actually, it's better than Sumeru. If you can see the desert here, it's actually in the 90s. But this area here is in the 70s compared to 80, 70, 70. Oh, I have a 90 and a 90 here. It's not as bad, I would say. But if you go to Inazuma, it's definitely 100 across the board. Inazuma, Enkanomiya, let me show you. Here it's 100. Tsurumi Island is 100, of course. Fontaine, I would say, not even. I haven't even tried. Here I have 100, thank God. But here it's, again, it's 97, 98, 63, 88, and what is it here? 83. I think because of the underwater exploration, you're going to have to spend so many hours just swimming around and climbing and flying everywhere just to make sure that you're getting all of the chests and everything. Let's go into Sumeru, actually, because I was talking shit about it. So let's just go to Sumeru because the scenery there is really beautiful. And it's a forest, so the graphics are going to be very intensely kind of... We're going to do the bursts now of all of them. Oh, there is a lag. I really noticed a lag here. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe the iPad is getting a little bit toasty. Yep, there is a lag. There is a frame drop for sure. But again, Genshin is, I think, is the most intensive kind of game on the processor at all, and I had it last to be played. So I played Tar Fantasy, Star Rails, and then went into Genshin. Let's do one of those and the burst. That's smoother. Let's see. Let's get some of these materials from here. There isn't much. We just got ourselves a mint and a rose. There we go. Let's get... There we go. I prefer, you know, whenever I'm doing any explorations, use a tall character because they run a little bit faster. Have 2 animal characters, of course, so you get the stamina reduction, the consumption reduction. Okay, there's a chest here randomly. Let's kill this mob. Let's get this. That's what I usually do, is just this. If you have the burst on Nahida in place, her damage is stupid. It's so good if you have the burst ready. But I don't have her burst ready, and that's why... Oh, I know you're lying. Let me just fuck this motherfucker up. That one is really far for me to get close to. But we're gonna get this one. So if it's not marked with the element with the skill, you don't get much damage from it. But if you have the skill and you have the burst deployed, the damage that you get is crazy good. That's my favorite part. You just get all of the materials without even having to run to them. I am... Is it? There we go. Now I know the damage is mediocre for a C6, but again, you notice the difference whenever you're... I have my burst ready, so we're gonna do that now. I'll show you the stupid amount of damage. Let's do this, and I'll show you. Where's the second one? There we go. See? That's it. That's pretty much it. You just vaporize them. See? One... Well, he has his shield on, so that's not fair. And that's ridiculous. Let's just have Kazuha's burst. I hate using the burst before the skill, because with the skill, what the burst does is resets the skill. So I'd rather have my skill first, then the burst, then the skill again. So you get an extra skill from that. I think that's unlocked at C1. So that's something that you kind of might enjoy. Let's kill them, because why not? I'm not gonna use the burst. Actually, I am going to use the burst. When you mark them all together, you only have to do damage to one. Oh, that motherfucker. There we go. Ah, they're immune. Okay. Screw you and screw your immunity, bitch. That's some innate immunity. Okay, there we go. So, what's going on here? Is there something else that we can do? 20 from here. Gather 3. Oh, okay, there are requests here that they want me to do. Sango pearls and the... What about photograph 2 types of birds, dogs, and cats? I know you're lying. As if birds and flies and dogs and shit. Let me go. I think we have to go to Inazuma to get the pearls. Isn't it from here? I think it's from here that you get the pearls, so let's just get a couple of them just for the sake of the video. There was a slight delay, I would say. I am noticing a slight delay, ever so slightly. There is a sluggish frame drop. Again, when you're playing at very high frame rate and the iPad is getting hot, it is expected. But I'm gonna do the thermal paste and the cooling pad just to try and see if it actually helps. I know for a fact it's gonna help because that's what I used to do. So I'm gonna get the proper thermal paste, the blue one that we use on the RAM, and see how does that actually help, and I'll keep you updated. Let's get these two. Yeah, this time around it's a little bit smoother. Let's see. Yeah, no frame drops here. There we go. Let's get some water and let's swoosh it together. Are there any enemies? I think there is a samurai here that we can kill. There we go. A couple. Even better. Let's get closer to that one. Oh my gosh, she's too short. We can only mark one of them. There we go. See, a charge attack is like 30 and 40,000, so that's a total of 70 something, maybe 80. Let's get the shield, get the electro application, get this. and do a charge attack. That's a 20. That's a 60 almost. And he just died. See? I really enjoy Nahida. She's really, really good. What did they want me to do? Okay, just check on these so I can have that gone now. So, there is that. Let's do another burst. Let's get some water so that I can apply it to the burst. Fantastic. And here, no frame drops. Let me just feel it. It is getting a little bit toasty. And the OLED on the iPad is amazing. The colors, they are so rich. The brightness, I don't have it at full brightness at the moment, do I? Not really, no. But it takes a toll on the battery, I'm not gonna lie. The battery is suffering. It's 28 at the moment, which means I'm gonna have to wrap up the video quickly because I'm gonna put it to charge, and whenever it's hot I think it consumes more battery. So that would be Genshin. Those are the 3 games that I mostly play, I think. See, I have a notification here because on the previous iPads you don't get to have your... So if you go into battery here, you can actually switch this on, and this was not available on the M1 chip, so you couldn't have a 80% limit, so that improves your battery health. I didn't have that, so that's something that's really kind of appreciated. Clash of Clans, again, an OG Clash of Clans player, but again, I haven't been playing the game for so long now. All I do is just go in, collect things, and just leave. That's it. And I'll play every... yesterday, actually, the first time that I logged in was yesterday, and it was like in a couple of weeks time. I haven't played or done anything. I just go in, collected the money, upgraded this one because I have all of my defenses upgraded to the max at the moment, and wool itself is not that bad. I haven't finished it all, but what I can do is I'm saving my elixir here to healing spells, jumps. Yeah, screw that, I'm not gonna do that. Minions, I'm not gonna do that as well. What I'm gonna do is yeah, not much. I'm not gonna do anything. So there's that. Yeah, when I get the pencil, when I get the Apple Pencil, I might do a review quickly on it because I use it on... I have some documents here. For example, I would upload pictures and I would just scribble around and just write things. So this is the iPad Pro M4 chip. Again, I just wanted to review the games that I play the most, and it's very difficult to find those 3 in one video. So it's either they play Genshin Impact and they don't play Tower Fantasy, or play Tower Fantasy and not the rest of them. So I just wanted to make sure that you actually get a review of those 3 games. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's not very, it's not as detailed as the other videos. I just wanted to show you the build quality of the iPad. Let's just remove this. It is stupid thin, like offensively thin. I am worried about cracking it in half, and I saw some videos saying that there is some reinforcement in the middle, so it's very difficult to kind of bend it this way. So if you bend it from here and here, but if you do it like that, I think the weak point is the USB-C, because the thinness of this from here and here from the sides makes it a little bit kind of fragile, so it will bend in half. And one more thing that I really like is the element of the camera itself. It is metal, it's not glass anymore, and there are some perforations here for the camera and the radar, the LiDAR basically. The flash is new, I guess. I haven't used it, I don't care about it. I mean, I scan a lot of documents, but I use my phone usually. I don't use the iPad because it's really clunky to have this. But I would edit everything on the iPad, but I would rather still use my phone for the files, whatever. It is really thin. One camera, and I noticed that the quality of this camera is really nice, and it is a kind of let me show you. It is a wide range camera. I think it's the focal length is wide, so you can zoom in actually. So you can do this and zoom in, but still the quality is really fantastic. The front cam is now in the middle, so it is here, and trust me, it will take you some getting used to kind of make sure that you're not holding it like that, because that's how I hold my iPad, like this. And when you're holding it like this, it's really difficult for you to kind of not cover this. So it takes some getting used to here. Because even when you're talking on FaceTime, you keep looking here and there isn't anything here. It's here. So you look crazy if you have it in portrait mode and you're talking to someone, because they're gonna get a view from your neck up, so your double chin is gonna show. So make sure that you're looking here, or just have it in horizontal mode, so just have it horizontally so that it would look a little bit more natural. And it's off center, it's not really in the center, it's to the left of the iPad, which drives me crazy, but I'm okay with it. I don't care. I'm gonna try and not focus on that. One stupid crazy fact is that the pen itself is thicker than the iPad. This is like a 5.1, which is like half a centimeter in thickness, and the pencil itself is thicker than this. So when you have it, it's gonna protrude from both sides here, and it's gonna be very easy to knock out of the connection that it is on. So get a cover that can, fix that, I guess. It is going to add some thickness to it, but the weight is ridiculously light. I mean, it is still half a kilogram. It's 582 or 480 something grams, but compared to the 680 of my previous iPad, that takes a toll on your wrists when you hold it like that. And this one is really nice. I mean, an iPhone is like 250 grams, so it's like 2 iPhones or something. I don't know, 220 grams an iPhone. I'm not sure. But again, this is the iPad. I have the most bland wallpaper ever, and now it's on the internet. But I like the color green, so I enjoy this. I have a green mouse, so there we go. This is the review. I'm not sure if it's a review. It's just for the games that I play. I just wanted to make sure that there are so many people that play the same games, and I just want to make sure that they get a taste of how the iPad runs these games, especially at the M4 level, M4 chip. And if you want to get the 11-inch model, it is the same screen, the same processor, the same everything. I really like the 11-inch, but I got used to this form factor. So I think I'm gonna get, I've already gotten this one. If I need a smaller iPad, I might get the iPad mini maybe next year. It's a little bit easier for you to have in your pocket, take it with you at work, read something while on your break, and it's really kind of portable. But this one and the 11-inch, there's no way I'm gonna take this outside of the house. Maybe if I have a presentation or something, I might take it. Aside from that, I'm gonna have to take my MacBook, not this one, because it's really, with this thickness, it's very difficult for me to pick it up off the table. It really is a struggle to pick it off the table because it's really thin. So yeah, and the protrusion of the camera is less. It's still gonna rock, but if you have it on a soft surface like this, the cork kind of material on this right here, it's gonna lessen the effect of the wobbliness, but so it's not as wobbly as they make it in other videos. Again, it depends if you're on a hard surface and not a soft surface like this cork kind of material. So if you use something like that, no, that is not gonna be rocking side to side as much. So it is really comfortable, and I don't have a cover on it at the moment. This is the video. I hope you enjoy it, and I am sorry if it's random, but hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you got your questions answered if you had any. And I just realized that it's an hour long video. Shit, I'm so sorry. Bye.